know y'all finna be sick of me. Be like, girl, where have you been for the past 3 weeks? Okay, so hey y'all, welcome to Realm of Comics, where we discuss everything comics, manga, graphic novels related. I have not uploaded a video in 3 weeks, and there is a reason why I have not uploaded a video in 3 weeks, and that reason, quite frankly, is that your girl has been busy. This is a very, very busy time for me at work, and my other channel has also been dealing with the same consequences. I have barely uploaded to my other channel as well this month, and that's just because it's just a lot. I just feel very, very busy, and so I have been prioritizing just making sure that I'm getting adequate and sufficient rest, and that has been main priority 100%. And so that's where we are. But I did want to do a quick check-in. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have clips here and there for my reading vlog, but they're not super cohesive, and so with that being said, I am probably just going to combine them into a month-long vlog, which will come out next week. But I did want to jump in and just talk a little bit about what I'm currently reading, like I said, why I have not been as present, what I'm looking forward to doing in the upcoming months now that I am about to shift once again out of my busy month. So what I am thinking in the future is that I think the early part of the year and this in June are kind of like the months where you're probably always going to receive less content from me. It is just a super busy time for me, especially at work. It is a busy time as summer starts and we're wrapping up our fiscal year, and so it's a lot of make sure you get rest, make sure you get, you're sleeping, you're hydrated, and that is actually what's most important. So speaking of like what I have upcoming this week, 2 things I have planned for this upcoming week as it is the end of June. The first thing that I want to do is, like I said, this update video. I also want to do another library haul for y'all because I have a lot currently checked out from a library, and so I preferably would like to put up a library haul at some point this week, looking more so at Wednesday than any other day, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then I would like to do my July reading plan, so hopefully that will come out on Friday. So those, just kind of giving you an idea of what we can anticipate for the rest of this week. And then I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what I have been currently reading. So my reading hasn't necessarily suffered since I've been busy, but I've definitely switched over more so to ebook options than anything else because I have been so chaotically busy, and that's just the way that it has been for me. And I say ebooks or audiobooks. It's been ebooks and audiobooks, and not to say that I haven't read any graphic novels or anything that have been ebooks, because I definitely have, but I have been primarily reading a lot of my stuff when it comes to graphic novels and all that stuff. I've been reading a lot of that more so physically than digitally. But a couple of things that I have finished lately, which you're going to see me talk a little bit about whenever I do my month-long vlog, is, of course, Brie and I, we've had to push back the middle grade, the middle grade New Kid. We've had to push back New Kid a couple of times this month just because we both have had a lot going on this month. It's been extremely a lot going on this month, and so we've had to push that back a couple of times. So of course I've read that series. I read a graphic novel, Welcome to St. Hell, my trans teen misadventure, which was an interesting kind of it was an autobiographical experience of Lewis's experience, basically trying to come to terms with the fact that they were trans. I think they knew they were trans, but they didn't have the language or the words or an understanding of what it meant to be trans. And so I found that one really interesting because I always say, like, language is such an important tool for people to be able to better identify themselves and understand themselves. And sometimes not having that language or having others' experiences to kind of connect to can be harmful to a person. I ended up reading Four Eyes, which is a graphic novel by Rex Ogle. This is a middle grade graphic novel about his experience getting glasses. This wasn't too bad. I haven't written a review. I haven't written a review in forever. We should talk about that. I haven't written a review in forever. But I'm definitely like on the fence of like 3.5 stars with that one. There's some interesting things coming from his mother that as a parent made me kind of uncomfortable. Felt like she was projecting a lot of her financial issues onto him and her relationship with her ex-partner, her ex-husband, who's Rex's father. There were some choices there that I was just kind of like, oh, this is a very unhealthy, or what feels as though, because who am I to call it unhealthy? I'm not an expert. It felt like a very unhealthy parental child dynamic. And so that kind of threw me off a little bit. I haven't been reading as much manga. I did read Crossplay Love Otaku X Punk Volume 1. I did end up finishing that one. I know I talked about that in one of my weekly reading vlogs, and I really did enjoy it, but I haven't put the other one on hold. There's a couple of things that I do want to get through this week, or at least start this week. I do have, I believe, volumes 9, 10, and 11 of Something's Wrong With Us. I do want to get through that stuff. I don't want to do everything because I want to save it for my... I do want to save a little bit, possibly, for my library book haul, but I know that those 3 volumes are ones that I've been wanting to get to for forever, and I just haven't gotten to it. I'm opening up my Libby app right now to see if there was anything here. Jurassic Jeff is another one that I was reading, that I'm still reading. This is more of a children's graphic novel, and that one's interesting, but that's the only one that I have currently checked out on Libby, which is how I knew I wasn't reading as many digitally as I had read in the past. But there's been some other things that I have marked off on my hoopla that I've been meaning to get to that I haven't gotten to yet, that have just released that I'm interested in reading. Some stuff that's come from DC and Marvel. The Joker Volume 3 has released, and so I really want to... I have Joker Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I kind of want to go through... Well, I did have Volume 1. I don't know where Volume 1 is. That's crazy. It might be somewhere upstairs. But I do want to go back and read Volume 1 and Volume 2 and dive into Volume 3. I don't know if that'll happen this week. I think my primary goal this week is to finish those 3 volumes. That's my goal. Whatever else I get to is what I get to. I'm not going to hype myself up here because this is this final week in June, which is like down to the crunch. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. But I did just want to do a quick check-in and say that I do apologize for my absence. I've been I've been dipping in and out of social media for the past month. This has been a wild, hectic, busy month for me. I've been dipping in and out, and I've just been utterly exhausted. I haven't really had the energy or the time to jump in front of a camera and film and edit. I haven't been there. But as we start coming out of June, I'm feeling a little bit better. But those are kind of the plans, like, you know, quick update, library haul, so you can see the manga graphic novels and stuff that I have checked out. And then on Friday we'll talk a little bit about some reading plans for the month of July, and then hopefully in July we'll finally get back to our weekly reading vlogs. But I kind of figured that this month was going to be a more difficult month for me to do those weekly reading vlogs because of the nature of the beast that is June for me as a person. But let me know in the comments down below, like, what have y'all been reading? What have you been up to? You know, I'm sitting in front of a camera again, so we're going to get back into the swing of things. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, click the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Looking for ways to follow me on social media, all those links will be down in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon.